What's up, peoples? It's your boy Sam Rawsteen, just chilling. You know what I mean? I just thought I'd master some tracks or whatever. Well, how many ever I can do, and a lot of time. I'm gonna try to keep it under 15 minutes. It's just a trial run, just messing around. You know what I'm saying? And the whole idea of this is just to put a face to the music, the guy behind the scenes or whatever. I guess whatever have you. Um, Sam Rawsteen, one half of the Originals Productions group. You can find us at theoriginalsproductions.com, and that's spelled TheOriginalsProductions.com. Theoriginalsproductions.com. You can find me on Twitter at Sam Rawsteen, on Instagram, the underscore real underscore Sam underscore Rawsteen. Um, Basically, I'm a producer, mixing, mastering, engineer, last but not least, artist. But first and foremost, and most importantly, I'm a father and a husband, of 11 years. Just so y'all get a little background on me. I've been producing for quite some time, but I started out as an artist um, just because I love music. That's the reason why I do music, because I love it. I don't do it to make money out of it or nothing like that, although that's cool. You know, the finances that I would make from the music, all of that would be, basically given to my wife and my kids to, do whatever they want to do, go and enjoy themselves, movies, go out to eat, take trips, whatever that they want to do, because what I want to do is what I'm basically talking to you about, which is uh, producing, mixing, mastering. I love to make music sound beautiful. That's my whole take on this thing here. You know, I don't want accolades or none of that stuff. I don't need that um, because it's pure passion. It's not something that I'm looking for attention for. Basically, I really don't do videos. Most of the time it's just a song put up somewhere, or beat, should I say, put up somewhere for your enjoyment to listen to and be like, nice, or I hate it, or whatever. It doesn't mind me if you hate it or love it, because I love it regardless. I love it. If you don't like it, I like it, because I do it for me. Um, it's a passion of mine to create things from nothing. I'm talking about from the bottom up, no samples, just all me making this stuff. Um, and I just like to share what I create with the world. If I do make money off of it, great. If I don't, it doesn't mind me. It doesn't make a difference because I make money already. I don't have to make money off of my music. As I've been able to afford everything that I actually have, which is a big feat for a person coming from where I come from. A lot of people can't afford to have the things that I have. It's a luxury, basically. But if you want something, you got to be willing to invest in yourself. And that's one of the most important things I can pass on to y'all, fellow producers, or who want to be producers, or who want to be a mixing and mastering engineer, whatever, artists, however. You got to invest in yourself to get something out of it. Basically, the term goes, you only get what you put into something. I feel the same way. So, enough of me spilling the beans, but basically what we're going to be doing here today is I'm going to mix. Well, I'm not going to mix. I've already mixed the beat already. I'm basically going to master it, which requires a few steps. When basically I gain stage all the way through. And the last step is typically when I make the track loud, which requires a limiter, you know. Um, However, when I mix and master stuff, I typically try to use high-end plugins. The reason why I use high-end plugins is just because of the sound that I get from them and what I actually am trying to, the quality I'm trying to put out in the end. And you can do this with any plugin, to be honest, but certain plugins give you a certain sound. Should I put dynamically, sonically? Certain plugins you utilize, and if you know how to utilize them, they do certain things to your tracks for you in the end. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna flip this camera around so y'all can, get a little glimpse of what I'm working on and using to. It's not gonna be no close up because, I'm just doing this just cause, nobody knows, really the face behind all of the music. They just hear the music. So I just thought I'd let y'all get to see who I am. And most of the time when you see a picture, it's like this. I don't know why I do that, but that's how I take pictures. And if I'm off guard taking a picture or something like that, or hugging my wife or something like that, that's the only time you're gonna actually probably see my face, other than today. So, here we go. Let's see. I guess I just took a picture or something. But however, can I flip this thing around? Which way you do that? I guess I'll just do this. And I guess y'all just watch me. Sheesh. Sheesh. Sometimes things don't work out the way you plan them. But anyhow, you guys can hear the music if you don't get to see the visual of that. You see me looking up at the screen. However, here we go. Raw beat. Why does that say minus 0? Let's fix that. Okay, they shouldn't say that. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got going out here. Using a Universal Audio ATR 102 tape machine to start out, to give it that fatness. All right, gain stage. Okay, gotta bring that volume down a little bit. Okay, about right. You gotta make sure it sounds the same as it sounded before, and level-wise before you go to your next step. You wanna make sure the levels are the same. Basically what I did is added some fatness to the beat with the tape machine. Next thing is EQing. And basically with this EQ, what I did was I chopped all the low end out of the sides. The stereo section. I chopped all the low end out pretty much. Up to like 125 hertz. So the bass and the kick drums and everything could be focused towards the center. And the volume didn't change, it just cleaned it up a little bit, took some of that mud out, basically. Nothing special, just real simple. Next is the Shadow Hills compressor, in which I'm trying to make sure that when I'm utilizing this, that I'm not turning the volume up. I just want to compress a little bit, just a little smidgen, you know. So I turn it on and off just to make sure. See, the volume had went up, so I gotta make a couple of adjustments so the volume won't go up. You know, we had 10 minutes. Volume still went up, so let's drop it down a little bit more. It's just compressing just a little bit, like a little under -0, a little bit under that. Just touch it just a little bit, not a lot. Start it over. When I'm almost done, you know, I already know what I want to do with what I'm utilizing, so perfect. There you go, right there. The beat didn't drop, it didn't go up. That's what I needed to happen. Now the last stage requires loudness. And with that, I'm introducing my limiter, and in which I have a lot of this already set, so when I master a track, I can keep going to the next one and work on that one. I have everything pretty much preset, and anything I need to change, I change it on the fly instead of having to keep going and dig up the plug-in and do this and do that. I already have basically a mastering chain set up inside of Pro Tools, which is my DAW of choice. And from there, I utilize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plugins, in which you can use 3. You know, however, I have to put my own signature sound on every piece of work that I work on. So I use 5 plugins, and then I use one metering plugin, just to make sure I get the level to where I'm trying to get it to. Which typically, for all purposes, I try to hang around -10 dB. As far as the loudness of the overall loudness, or the RMS of the track. I try to hang around -10. Why? Because the dynamics. I like dynamics in tracks. I like the tracks to have, you know, the kick going, the snare going, and all the other elements. Like it's like you got all the instruments in the same room together playing at the same time. I said all the instruments, all of the musicians in the same room playing together. You know, and I like that full, like, orchestrated type ordeal going. So let's finish off this track, and basically, you know, I appreciate y'all coming through, checking out your boy Sam Rawsteen of The Originals Productions. And you can find us at theoriginalsproductions.com, or you can find me on Twitter at Sam Rawsteen, or on Instagram at the_real_Sam_Rawsteen. Appreciate y'all for stopping through. And I'm out. 2016. First video. Probably never be another one. I don't know. Maybe. I might do another. But it's just a trial run, just to see what people would think.